Aussie-born truckie.
Aussie-born truckie. Here we go. Aussie-born truckie. Get you some cards.
I'll bring him up. He can come up. Are you doing any more readings tonight? Yeah. You're
on.
Are you getting on, Tanya?
You're getting one, aren't you, Tanya?
Hello.
Hey, mate.
Hey, how are you, bro?
Yeah, good.
Oh, are you working?
Driving?
He's trucking.
I'm definitely working.
All right, bud. Yeah. Just. He's working. He's working.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Just in the website, any bookings left for tonight? Yeah, Chaos. Get one booked. Get one booked.
Just in the website, any bookings left for tonight? Oh, those. Yeah. You'd
Private.
for that, you'd have to go through the donations, Chaos. Oh, no. Shit. Ooh. Maybe pay ID. Chaos. Yeah. Anyway, all right, dude. You're all good?
Yeah, we're all good. Right.
Yeah, but
Aussie-born truck. And hope you're well, sir. Hope you're staying safe on the road.
always.
The first thing that I did just have to give you, I am just going to pull you some cards, but the first thing I have to give you, I don't know why I've got to give it to you, but it's that song, Country Roads by John Denver. I don't know
I
what.
love that song.
I don't know what that's got to do, but I've just got to give you that one first anyway. Take me home, country roads. Nowhere does it say I'm a singer, by the way, just so you know, okay? There's nowhere it says in my bio I'm a singer, but I've got to give you the John Denver song anyway. I'm going to pull you some cards and then see what we get for you.
Does that resonate with you at all, Trev?
Yeah, that's like my favourite song.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's my number
excellent.
one
I just had to
jam
give
for
that to you,
Hour on the Road.
okay? Right, okay. It's a bit of a different read. This one is, bro. Oh. Are you in a relationship at the minute, Aussie?
I am.
You are? Okay. She's a strong-willed woman, is she?
Oh yeah. She's got a 5'0" attitude.
Right, I hear you. Okay, first out is the 8 of Wands, okay, Aussie? This tells me that you are the only person that stands in your way, sir, is yourself, okay? You do seem to tie yourself up a little bit. I don't know why you do this, whether this is an old trait, something that you've always done. But I do feel that, like I say, you do stop yourself from doing a lot of stuff, to be honest with you, when you could do so much more. But you are the one. If anyone stops you, it's yourself, okay? You get the star card that comes out straight after that. To me, this is about you. You're not somebody that really deals with your emotions very well, okay? It's like when we tidy up in the house, okay? If I move a box from one corner to another, I haven't dealt with it. I've just moved it. And I feel this is how you are with your emotions. You don't really overly deal with them very well. I don't know if it's because you don't deal with emotions, but I just feel that you just move them from one place to another and they always end up in the same. Do you know what I mean? And it always ends up in the same place, okay? Straight out after that, you have the 2 of Swords. So this is doing things blindly. This is both feet first, okay? Jumping in both feet first. So what I would say to you in regards to that is to make sure you know. So say when we sign something, the small print, make sure you know the fine details first before you go both feet first, if that makes sense, okay? But like I say, I don't know. But the managing emotions as well. I just feel that you need to manage your emotions a little better than what you have been. Okay. So I don't know if you're one that just goes quiet and don't let people know, but it's just saying if you want to laugh, laugh. You want to cry, whatever you need to do. And then pretty much there on in, We do have the Eight of Wands. This is the Fast and Furious card to me. This tells me there's a lot of stuff coming your way all at once, okay? So just got to be prepared that there's a lot of stuff on its way to you coming. I do feel that this Queen, I must admit, she is actually very good for you, to be honest with you. I feel that she does light that fucking fire up underneath your ass a bit and get you going in the direction you need to go. So I do feel that she is good for you in that respect, okay? She can be a very good motivator, is what I'm getting the feeling of, okay? Then straight out after that, you get the Hierophant. The Hierophant, to me, this is all about looking forward and not what's behind you. You have to... there's a reason why the rear view mirror in a car is the size of it is and the windshield is the size of it is, because we need to see where we're going and not where we've been, okay? So this is about you looking forward and not looking back in the past. What's in the past is in the past. You cannot change it, okay? What is. I'd like to say with that, you get the Eight of Cups. This is all about time for you to walk away. So there's definitely a situation that I think you need to walk away from, okay? Don't act blindly towards this situation, but I think it is time for you to go over that bridge of troubled waters and walk away from that situation because it's not going to serve you. You got trouble with an ex, have you?
I've got trouble with multiple exes.
It's only because literally I just wanted to see what bottom deck energy was, and it was the Lovers card, and I'm starting to think maybe that is the ex that you know, say the ex that you need to pull away from, you know, that's sort of, you know, if they're not serving no purpose, then they're no good being there, if you know what I mean. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm just going to pull you a couple more cards, bro, a couple more cards, and I'm going to pass you over. What I will jump in with again, probably, because he goes, I'm not doing mediumship, I'm doing cards, but spirits always jump through to him. Okay, so your your Mother Earth card for today is go with the flow. Go with the flow, okay, and the number 20. So this is all about just don't worry about anything. What is going to be will be, and just enjoy the ride. Just go with the flow. Don't push anything too quick, you know. You'll get there when you get there, you know. And then your animal oracle card for today is the Peregrine Falcon. What's all about observation. Time to be the watcher. Observe more than doing. Okay, so instead of being at the front of the group, just be at the back and observe, and you'll see you'll get a different perspective on it. And I think that'll help you manage the thing what you want the answers to, if you know what I mean. Right? If you just observe rather than act, like I say, you'll get a different perspective, and I think that'll help you moving forward with things as well, with the decisions that you make.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I will hand you over to the good old Rams, and then we'll and then we'll go from there. And if I get anything, I shall jump in. But obviously, just give us a yes, no, or you know, if it resonates. So, but I hope you could take some of that. I hope some of that resonates with you. Like I say, seems like you've got yourself a good woman there at the moment. So,
yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
A lot came through, and I do hope that this is all for you, Trev. First thing I got was something to do with you, and you've been having a lot of loss of breath, like you're struggling to like catch your breath. I feel like it's health related. Can you confirm that?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of heartburn, and it takes my breath away. And I've got to try and spew it up to get my breath back. I've got to stop and just deep breathe to get it back.
Can you also tell me, have you been getting pins and needles at all, and you've overlooked it? You actually, like, if now that I've said it, you're going to look back and go, fuck, actually, I have been getting a lot of pins and needles.
Yeah. So the doctors are currently looking at my back because my right leg gets pins and needles, but the left side of my back burns.
Yep. Thank you. Who's the person that has the bird or eagle looking tattoo? Who's that? It's a bird or an eagle. What I'm seeing is it looks like a bird that's sort of mid-flight. It's got its wings spread open. And if it's not a bird, it looks a fucking hell of a lot like a bird.
Yeah, I think my partner's got one on her on her lower back.
Okay.
It looks like a bird.
Yeah. There's something that's symbolic about that. I do feel like that she didn't just get that for any reason. There's something to do with that. It's symbolic to her. It's meaningful.
I think it's her daughter's tattoo.
So funny.
Maybe.
I'm also picking up from you that although you are somewhat apprehensive or a little bit hesitant to stay behind the wheel, you are also scared to leave from behind the wheel. You are so torn between, fuck, do I stay behind the wheel or like I can't do it? Like I'm freak, I just don't feel like I can do it. But you are struggling to let it go because it's what you know, it's what you loved, it's what you did. It's you. When anybody thinks truck driving, they think you, and when they think you, they're like, oh yeah, Trevor Truckie, yeah, you know.
Yeah, well, it's funny you say that, Rams, because I have been, you know, I want to leave, but I can't leave financially.
Yeah,
And I sit back and I think, I'm 40 years of age now. What have I got as a backup? I've got
yeah.
nothing as a backup. It's the only thing I sort of grew up doing. I can't
Actually,
I can't go and get a job at Woolworths.
Trev, what you've got is a shit ton of knowledge, and you have probably a really good rapport with a lot of clients that you would deliver or pick up from, and like different times of the years where to travel, where to take shortcuts, where to like where to avoid. So the stuff that you've learned on your journey over the 40 years is, you can't buy that. You can't go and learn that in a classroom. It's something that only someone like you, who has done 40 years of truck driving, can share. So all that is just to show you a different perspective of how you've got nothing that's like to show for it. I can show you that you've got 5 different things to show for it.
Yeah.
All right. So you have like some knowledge just from that, alone. Okay, just from truck driving.
Yeah.
But when you break it all down, like, you're like a fucking Gregory's Rebedex, mate. You know what I mean? Like, you know roads. You know where to
Yeah.
avoid, where the best places are, how to avoid, like all sorts of things. I also
Right.
got something to do. I feel like you may have either felt it, smelt it, or seen it. Okay. Now, when I say this, the smelt it part's probably going to freak you out a bit, but it'll make sense. I saw a very large, beautifully glowing white wing covering you during some particular type of incident, like it was shielding you.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's the accident I had on the 21st of April last month. We sat back and looked at the photos after the accident because no one could understand how far I travelled, how I rode the guardrail, and I come out unscathed, uninjured. But
Completely.
we looked at the photos after the fact, and there was a massive halo around the truck that no one could see in the photo. I thought I was crazy, but only my partner and I could see the halo in the truck. And she got a message through from her
Feels.
father saying that you were protected. during the accident.
I literally wrote it here. A white wing covered you during an incident. It shielded you.
Yeah. Yeah. Her father come through and said that both him, his father, and my brother all protected me. They surrounded me in a big circle and sort of held me in the truck.
100%.
Wow.
I
Um,
actually hit
Wow.
I actually hit the bus doing 88 k's an hour. So I'd only come
wow.
down 10 k's an hour from
Wow.
the time I hit the brakes to hitting the bus.
Also,
Mm.
an old lady, like I feel like she may have been a great aunt or grandmother, like maybe Nan's sister or something like that. But she definitely gives more of a maternal energy. Um,
Yeah.
this particular older person, she favoured shortbread biscuits
Yeah,
specifically.
that's my grandmother that passed away this year.
Okay. She wants you to
She's
know
been
she wants you to know she's with you and like
yeah,
don't think that she's not.
yeah,
You've questioned she said that you've questioned whether it's her, like you're like it's kind of like you felt her.
yeah.
It is.
She's been knocking her funeral book down off the top of my bed.
Yeah.
She's done it 3 times in the last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But one
also
day she threw it across the room.
yeah, wow. Well,
Mm.
that's kind of like a how many times do you need me to tell you that it's me?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. And did she ever use the phrase "Sunny Jim" to you? Listen here, Sunny Jim, like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how she got up me. Yeah, that was how she got up me. She's
Because she said, "How many times does he want me to like show him that it's me, Sunny Jim?"
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I got in trouble off Nan.
Now, the last thing that I picked up is there's some sort of um, relationship issue, not your partner, not her. There's some sort of relationship issue, like it needs repairing, but it feels like a daughter. Do you have a daughter?
Yeah, me and my stepdaughter are currently fighting and
Okay,
arguing a lot.
okay. Because I wasn't sure whether it was stepdaughter, so I just wrote question mark and then
Yeah,
daughter. 'Cause I wasn't sure if it was your daughter or whether it was a stepdaughter, but it felt like a dependent,
yeah,
like a
yeah. Well,
daughter.
I'm adopting her at the end of the year, so
That
she will. She's still
the
my daughter. Like I don't say step in the word daughter.
no
I
no no no
class
no
her as my
no
daughter.
no.
Mm.
So I think it's your grandmother. She is like really for this, like really for this.
Yeah,
Yeah, because she's the one that it wasn't your brother, it wasn't Luke, because I know, um, Luke's always whenever you pop in, I know that fucker's here. I know he's here.
oh yeah,
Um, and you know how he lets me know that it's him? He literally sends me a Richmond train.
yeah.
That's how I know your brother's around because I get image of Richmond train. I'm like,
Yeah,
Trev's here.
yeah. Thank you.
So your grandmother said there was a bit of a like an issue with the relationship with your daughter,
Yeah,
and it just needs to be addressed. And what you're doing, spot on the money. Like you could not have really handled it any better. No, I don't think
yeah,
anyone could have handled this any better. What you're doing is actually going to make her world, because I think that there is a lack of a father figure outside of you. You are really the father figure.
yeah. Her father hasn't been around since the day she was born.
Yeah. So you like, as far as she's concerned, you're it.
Yeah,
And as much as the term of step dad or stepdaughter is used, your dad. She doesn't actually really see you as stepdad. Your dad.
yeah, yeah. She
So
doesn't. Yeah. She tells me all the time that I'm dad and that's it.
Yeah,
No one else
that's
is
it.
dad.
Yeah,
No
your
one else is
dad.
allowed
That's
to be
it.
dad.
No, there is no one she'll ever consider as dad other than you. So,
Yeah.
um, oh, okay. Undercooked burger meat. What the fuck?
Ugh.
Undercooked. Did you have a burger recently or something to do with it looks very pink. Very, very pink.
Yeah. My daughter cooked me dinner last week, and it was very. Let's just say blue.
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
blue.
yeah. Jeez. Okay.
Pretty
Um,
much the cow kicked me in the face.
yeah, it was still flipping.
No.
Yeah, yeah, it was still milk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um, that's about it. But you're on the right track. You're doing really, really well. Um, both. Okay, hang on. Did you have a father or grandfather maybe someone who wore an akubra? Because I'm seeing one side up and one side straight. Military.
Um,
Someone's military.
I was ex-military, but my
Oh,
grandfather was military.
your grandfather was military.
Yeah.
Okay. Your grandfather, your grandmother, and Luke are all saying you need to actually trust the instincts, your intuition, because of everything that has happened to you over your life. Why do you think we sent you to him? Why do you think we sent you to him? Why do you what do you think? Do you think that you landed in his life 2 years ago by accident? Ha. Okay, I'm just talking as I hear it. Why do you think we sent you to him? Do you think you landed in his life by accident?
Yeah. Well, two
You're
years ago was the first time I seen your life
yeah.
ever.
Oh, well, yeah. So they're saying that why do you think that they sent you to me? Do you think
Yeah.
you landed in my life by accident? That's what they're saying. Do you think that
No.
you landed in my life by accident?
Nah. Because the minute I think I was only in there for like 5 minutes, not even that, and you
I said Richmond
automatically
train.
started talking about the train. Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight
So
off the bat, and I was like, "Oh, hello."
um, okay, so I'm seeing someone with a dislocated or broken finger, index finger, or something to do with the finger broken.
I got wrist.
Um,
That's what I was going to say to him once you got a minute. I got someone's with a broken wrist, but then also I've got
broken.
something about, are you aware about a bedside table lamp being broken?
Bedside table lamp.
Like
Many years.
the lamps that you have are
Yeah.
broken. But I don't know if this was that because I feel this is motherly. But when I get motherly, obviously, if it's not your mum, then this could be grandma. Is what I'm thinking. But if it's not mum, it's definitely grandma. Because you just show me the old petticoats and that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? But something about someone's done the wristing or a broken wrist, and there's a broken table lamp or something that's broken at the minute. I don't know. Is the switch gone or is it a bit crooked on the lampshade? It's a bit like oh, it needs changing.
No, not really. Oh, no, I don't think a lampshade, but I know my auntie had a heart attack last month, and she she broke her. I think she broke her hand or something when she fell.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But that was my
Crumbly.
grandmother's daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, grandmother's daughter.
Yeah. Um, I know it's a bit dark, probably where you are, but um, if you get a chance, where like you pull over for a meal or something like that,
Yep.
and a bit of a rest, just have a look at like a quick scan over your tires. I can't be certain, but I think you may have a nail in one of them.
I did the other day.
Oh, you did the other day. Okay, fine.
Yeah, yeah. My rear drive tire had a massive nail in it,
Yeah.
and yeah, we had to go and get it plugged really quickly.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Thanks. I'm so fucking glad that that's already, because I'm seeing like a nail in a tire. And I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck, he's driving at night. Fuck. Okay.
yeah. No, that was sad though.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. So soon. Okay. Do we have anything else for him? Okay, I'll tell him again. Intuition. Your intuition, Trev. Stop denying it, Trev. Stop denying it, Trev.
Stop denying.
Stop
Yeah,
denying it.
because all day today, someone has been opening my drawer that contains my PlayStation remotes, and every time my partner shut it, it'd be about a minute later, they'd open it again. And then she shut
Oh,
it, they'd open it again.
funny bunkers.
Yeah, well, that's what I said to Rams when I first come in. Someone's been playing silly buggers in my house today.
Ah, I
Uh,
see.
my TV's been randomly playing music. So someone's trying to get something through to me, but I don't know
Mm,
what.
mm.
I don't know what it is.
I just
Do
wanted to
you?
quickly touch
Yeah.
on career with you quickly. So they're making me feel. I know Ram said that you've been driving a long time. So because I got some, when like say RAF, when you get your wings, you get your wings because you've done X amount of flying. I feel
Yeah.
this is the same for your driving, but I get the feeling that you need to be a transport manager. So instead of being on the road all the time, why not be the transport manager, the guy that has to sort the routes out for where people are going and what they've got to do?
I did actually sign up through the College of Adult Learning to be a transport and logistics manager, but never went
Right.
through with it. I just
Oh,
Do it.
kept driving.
do it.
Do it.
I feel you need to.
Do
That's
it.
almost like your backup plan
It's
because,
your
like you say, that's going
backup.
to take you off the road with the stress because that'll put you in the office. But I think you'd be really good at it because you know the fucking roads, like you say, because you know them. You know where you can like go and timing, and because obviously that's the main logistics of it all, isn't it? Getting from one place to another in the best time and in the best roads and everything.
Yeah. He knows them
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
man. He knows
Oh,
them.
if you went to do it and
I,
then you go through with it, shit.
Yeah.
I'm like Google Maps when it comes to
Yeah.
knowing the
He
roads.
literally knows, like, oh, it's peak traffic here, don't go here. It's wet weather season here, avoid that around this time of year.
Yeah.
There's been a shitload of potholes that have developed, or around the wet season, the potholes develop because it's going to dry up and it's going to crack. And he goes, like, he'll say, don't go there. I actually don't know, but yeah, I made it. But he knows them all. Um, so Luke is saying something. I'm pretty sure it's Luke. Oh, Luke and your granddad. Not so much your grandmother, but Luke and your granddad are saying something about the accident that you had. You. It's almost like you almost anticipated it. You saw something happening moments before it happened.
Yeah, I sort of I could see the impact coming, but there was
Yeah.
nothing I could do to stop it. Like I
No,
was
but
in I was in a free slide.
yeah,
Mm.
But
but you saw you like your gut instinct happened. Like you did something, um, which was like your intuition. Like it just told you, like before anything, even something as simple as like when you saw whatever it was in front of you, you went, I can't avoid this. Like there's literally no avoiding it. It's like it's a done deal, and you just started
yeah,
basically doing the best you could to de-escalate and like protect yourself as much as you could.
I I I actually went through that thought process where I thought, "Yep, this is it. This is how I die. This is the end." There was no way I could avoid hitting the bus,
No.
but somehow, I don't know how, at the very last second, my left hand just grabbed the wheel as hard as it could, pulled the truck left, and I sort of sideswiped the bus, but rode the guardrail at the same time.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it saved the 35 people that were on the bus, because I was definitely killing the bus driver if I hit where I was going to hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the very last second, I managed to get the truck hard enough left that it just sort of
Wow.
sideswiped, bounced off the bus, and then
That
rigged down the
is
side of the bus.
that is 100% your intuition just did what it just kicked
Yeah.
into gear.
Yeah.
You didn't even think. You just went.
Just did. Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
you just did. That was it, and that was your gut instinct. That was your intuition, and that's what they're saying. I'm getting confirmation bump goosies there. They're saying your intuition is so fucking spot on,
Yeah.
and they're saying you need to actually listen to it. Like, work on it, open up, allow yourself to be that, because you have it. Like, you have it. Like, for example, if you do become the logistics manager, right, and you do this course and everything like that, someone will say to you, "Hey, do you mind if I go on? Do you mind if I do this route today, this delivery or this pickup or whatever?" And you'll be like, "Today, I actually feel like I'm going to need you over this one. Don't go that one. I feel like I need you over this one." Because you know the roads, you know the drivers, you know, like, all this stuff. Trust your gut instinct.
Totally.
Yeah.
This is why they're saying that you should actually go as soon as he said logistics, like coordinator or something like that. That's what I got coordination. You need to be in some sort of coordination, because you know, like, the roads, the drivers, the routes, you know it all. And
Yeah.
I actually feel like you'll get better performance out of the trucks, out of the drivers, and it'll be more efficient. You'll run it more.
Yeah.
100%. It's not doing your posture any good either, sitting in that truck.
No.
Yeah. No, especially when I drive a cab over.
I am getting something about the shortness of breath to do with health. I don't know if you are slightly, like, overweight, like carrying a little bit extra, but they are saying that if you are carrying a little bit extra, use your time off wisely. I don't know what they mean by time off wisely, but something about time off. If you're planning on taking a leave of absence, like paid leave or something like that, or whatever it is, use it wisely. Get fitter. They're showing. Were you quite a good rower when it came to, like, when you do the rowing exercises? Because I'm seeing that you're actually quite powerful in the upper body and your back. Very powerful.
Yeah, that was one of the main machines I used at the gym, was the rowing machine.
Yeah, they're saying that seems to do you, when you use that, you burn so much, because your explosive power is, like, other people around you would look at it as a little bit freakish, like superhumanish. You know what I mean? Like, they'll be like, "Oh, fuck this guy." Yeah. You burn a lot of energy. You do burn a lot of energy when you're doing that, and they're saying that's where you're going to really need. I don't know what their purpose is yet. They're not really showing me, for whatever reason, why. I don't know if you've ever considered the SES. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what the SES means, but I don't know why they're showing me, like, life-saving rope and rescue. I don't know what that is about, but just keep it in the back of your mind, and I'll post this entire video on YouTube. So everyone is able to watch it. I'll post, like, each of the readings that I do and the pre-log. I'll post all up, so you'll have this to view on YouTube. through the Tarot Daddy name.
Yeah.
But there's something about you and upper body strength and being fit, the tingle in your back, the tingle in your leg, because I definitely saw pins and needles in your leg. I didn't know that it was coming from your back. I wasn't sure whether it was vascular or whether it was nerve. But you've confirmed that it's like pins and needles, but you've highlighted that it's nerve, which is fire in your back. Torn nerve is what I feel. It's like it's a torn nerve. You've done. I feel like you've done like a hairline tear in your nerve somehow.
Yeah, well, the disc is, the last time I looked at it, the L45 disc is rubbing on the root of the main nerve that goes down my spine.
I'm feeling something to do with whippersnippering or garden. The injury, something about an injury around like lawn mowing, gardening, landscaping. It was when you were doing. It was when you were doing one of these activities. You may have picked something up when you were doing the lawn, picking up a bag of dirt or manure or mulch or something. But it was when you were doing I'm seeing like landscaping, like whippersnippering, lawn mowing, gardening, dirt, mulch, manure, something like that. And you might not remember it right now, but if you have some time to think about roughly when the injury occurred, look about 2 to 4 months before that. That's actually when the injury occurred.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure it's 2 to 4 months. 2 to 4 months before you think you actually had your injury. It was before that, and I don't know whether it was home or whether it was at work. When you may have done something at work, or I don't know. But
Yeah, well, the first injury was at work. I fell off the back of a trailer and landed into a nice hole.
It was aggravated already. You're already aggravated.
Yeah.
It was just snowball. So what? Okay. So what I'm going to tell you is, you are going to start receiving a lot of resistance with your truck driving.
Yeah, I'll get that feeling.
Yeah, you're going to start seeing a lot of resistance. Like something or someone is always, there's going to be an obstacle. All right, there's always going to be an obstacle where it's going to prevent you from driving like 1-2 days here, 1 or 2 days there, and I can't help but feel like this is the sign that you've been getting, that it's time for you to take the next stage in your journey.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I hope that resonates with you, because I would hate to see another bus incident. You know what I mean? Like another one of those, for you to go, okay, all right, I've got the message now.
I definitely don't want to see another bus.
No. And I feel like this was the big wake-up call for you. Like this was the, okay, all right, fuck it, you got my attention. You got my attention.
Yeah, well, it actually was. It was actually the wake-up call. I said to Nate, my partner, I said, look, I said, I don't think I can do it anymore. I said, that scared the absolute shit out of me. More so, it wasn't for me that it scared me. It was the fact that there was 36 people on the bus that may well have got seriously injured.
Potentially wiped them out. Yeah, you potentially wiped them out.
Yeah, and especially on the highway, like the highway it happened, it was very narrow, so that's why they have call-up sections. Unfortunately, the bus didn't call up, so I didn't know it was there until it was too late. But
it's funny, that highway. I don't feel like it is that highway, but it just reminds me a hell of a lot like the old Peak Downs Highway, which is up north in Bowen Basin. It reminds me a lot of the Peak Downs. That's actually one of the most dangerous highways in Australia.
Yeah.
Peak Downs Highway, because there's a lot of B doubles,
Yeah.
B
Well,
doubles and stuff like that.
this would be the second most dangerous because there's a lot of
Yeah.
log trucks that come out of there.
Yeah, so there's a lot of cattle, a lot of livestock that come out of the Bowen Basin, Claremont,
Yeah.
and further, like an Emerald and Blackwater and that, and they all filter through to the Peak Downs, and
Yeah.
they go to make their way to Mackay and then Rockhampton and stuff like that. So, I feel as though you really need to pay attention to the signs that
Yeah.
you. All right. I can only say I encourage and support the idea of doing the logistics management.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that as well, definitely.
that just screams. That screams at Sean and I that that's for you.
Mm,
Like it screamed at us when you confirmed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for you because we got that before you said it. We know.
yeah,
It screams your name.
Yeah.
It's got you written all over it. So,
yeah.
um,
I think that's what we need to do as well. Definitely.
oh, okay. Remove the fucking self-doubt, Trev. Remove the self-doubt. I want you to know that you will actually succeed getting through that course. Okay, you will do it. You actually will achieve it. So don't think that you can't. Do not think that you're not smart enough or you're not capable enough because someone's saying that he did it because he's scared that he's going to fail it or not, like he doesn't want to look like an idiot. You're not going to look like an
Yeah.
idiot. Just ask the right people when you need a little bit of like knowledge or a little bit of a guidance or help when it comes to understanding what certain questions are asking of you. You will pass it. It's just going to take a little bit of dedication, okay? A little bit of time that you need to put aside because this is important for your life to move forward to the next journey, to the next stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just pulled a magician as well out, and that tells me you've got everything in your repertoire that you need to do it. You've got the tools in your toolbox. You just need to put the pen to paper and do what you're going to do. I think it's going to come easy, to be honest. I think it's going to come easy, really easier than you expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to
You've got this, Trev. There you go. You've got this, Trev. Right.
100%.
Well, thank you very
That's all
much,
I've
Trev,
got.
for letting us work with you. I appreciate that very much. And I hope a lot of what we've said as well, like I say, not just myself, but Rams as well. I hope you can take a lot of that as well.
Who's
Oh,
the
wait a minute.
Indigenous kid? I'm sorry, Trev. Who's the Indigenous kid? Because I keep getting an Indigenous kid, okay, that is playing practical jokes on you, like pranks and stuff. Who the fuck is this? Do you have any connection to Indigenous community?
Yeah. I am Indigenous.
Oh,
All my
wow.
kids are Indigenous. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is an Indigenous kid in your home, okay? Spirit, I feel like he's spirit form. And he's playing pranks on you, but I feel like he wants to play with someone and he keeps going for like the games and the PlayStation and stuff like that. He wants to be acknowledged. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there a person that has a name that ends in Y? It could be like OY, like Troy or something along like that line that may have passed that. Um, I feel like it ends in Y. I don't know if it's Troy, but I do. I do feel like this is an Indigenous kid. I didn't actually had no idea that you were Indigenous, by the way. Fuck, that's actually like blown me away. I had no idea.
Yeah.
2 years I've known Trev, and I had no fucking idea that he was Indigenous.
Right, Louise?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. Troy. No, I don't really know any.
I don't know if it's a
Unless
Troy, but
it's like one.
it's a
What?
name that ends in Y. I can see the
Well,
Y.
see, um, my one of my closest friends that I played footy with, when I was like 15, 16, 17, we played juniors all together. His name was Tom, but we called him Tommy.
Tommy.
Tommy, but yeah, he committed suicide back when we were very young, and he was Indigenous. He he was the Indigenous teacher at school as well as played footy with us, and we always used to play PlayStation and all that kind of stuff together. Normally, what kids
Good
do
for
back
him,
then.
man. Mm.
But he was, I think, he was 18 when he committed suicide. He was only about 18.
I'm seeing something about a car. I don't know why I'm seeing something about a car. It's not very clear. Not very clear. Something about a car. He was on. Was he on antidepressants or should he like something to do with drugs? Tablets, drugs, car.
I'm not, I'm not sure if he was on tablets.
Yeah, it's not clear. There's definitely something about a car. Tommy, what are you trying to say? Okay, just a yes or no. That's all I want, just a yes or no, because this is pretty graphic. Did it involve a rope?
Yes.
It's him. Okay. Yeah, it's him.
Hmm.
Um, was he actually really quite good at graffiti art? Because he showed me some sort of graffiti art.
Yeah, both him and his brother were.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 100%. It's Tommy. Because I saw the Y and I thought it was Troy, but it's not. It was the T was there, but I couldn't tell
Yeah.
you what the middle letters were. So it's Tommy. He said something about a car. Was his favourite car something like a Porsche 911 or Porsche Carrera or something like that?
Yeah, he did like the
The
exotic
exotic like
Porsches.
Porsches and stuff. Yeah.
He could never afford it, but he liked
No.
it.
No, he was just saying something about like a car, a Porsche. He's like, that was like my dream car, like it was one of the Porsche 911 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, why am I getting with him? You said you played footy together. He's showing me like two different codes. He's showing me AFL as well as what looks like rugby league.
Yeah, we played rugby union, but
Oh, it's union.
when
Okay,
we had the buy rounds, we showed up to the local AFL team and played AFL on the weekend
awesome,
that we had the
awesome.
buys.
He's
So
very, very fucking clear. He's showing me very
yeah,
clearly about like he's saying to me those were the best years. Like when he was
yeah, they were.
15, 16, they were like that. They were the fucking deadliest years. He
Yeah,
loved it. Yeah,
yeah,
that's why he's showing up as that 15-year-old because that was when he felt like the best. You know.
yeah,
Um, something happened when he was around about 17. Something to do with a masculine, whether it was father or uncle, or like it was either a loss, like he lost someone, or he was abused and lost some. I don't know. Something. There's something around he he lost himself because of something that happened to him when he was around 17, and then his life went downhill from there.
yeah. Well, it wasn't so much um, masculine. We found out later after the fact that um, it was a girlfriend he had. She sort of she dumped him over text message,
Yeah.
and that was the whole reason behind the end,
Yep.
so to speak.
Yep.
Um, yeah, because his father wasn't really around for his life. Like he was in and out, but not really there. Um,
Yeah.
the only thing I can think of at 17, we lost our coach in a massive car accident.
Really important,
Um,
like male figure in his life. He actually really, really looked up to this guy, whoever is
yeah,
he.
yeah. Malachi was like our mentor.
Yeah.
Um, he took us under his wing.
Yep.
Um, sort of just the indigenous boys in the side, the Koori boys, because we weren't giving a fair go.
Yep.
So he
Yep.
took us under our wing. He was Tongan, and
Did he have a heart
he
attack?
died. They said he had a heart attack before the car hit the tree, but yeah.
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 Before you even said anything, like when you said the coach died, I got a heart
Yeah.
attack straight up. I got a
Yeah.
heart attack because someone, I don't know whether it's the coach or whether it's him, but I instantly heard heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah. Out of the 4 in the car, he was the only one to die.
Who's got the reddish looking four-wheel drive? What's that? Who's got the reddish looking it looks like an old four-wheel drive. It's like a reddish, browny red, burgundy looking four-wheel drive. Definitely four-wheel drive. Like an old Land Cruiser 80 series, 70 something series, 80 series.
Now or back then?
I don't know. All I'm seeing is a reddish coloured four-wheel drive.
I think
Was
memory
that
serves me correctly. There was one of the boys in the team that had like a it was a old what is it, a Mitsubishi Pajero. We used to travel to footy in it,
And it was
but
an older one, wasn't it? It was like
yeah,
yeah.
it was like a 1985
Yep.
Pajero.
Yeah, it's
We
like an
always thought
80
we were never
series,
going.
yeah.
We always thought we were never going to make it. We thought we were definitely pushing it to the ground.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this M name, Malachi, whatever it is, he said something about a death trap. Like,
Oh yeah, that car was a death trap.
it was a death trap.
Oh
He said it was a death trap.
Yeah. No one wanted to sit behind us because of the amount of smoke. You'd probably die of smoke inhalation.
Was there a Stephen or I think it's a S name, Stephen or Steve or Stefan or something like that in this group of guys that you used to travel with in this vehicle? I'm getting something to do with Stephen or Stevens. Stephen or Stevens.
Yeah, there was a Steve. I'm trying to remember his last name. There was a Steve in our little group.
Does it start with W? Is it like Stephen Wright or Stephen White or Stephen?
Oh yeah, Stevie Wright.
Stevie
Yeah,
Wright.
that's him. Stevie Wright. Yeah, he was a Koori kid from out at Cookamidra, and he used to play rugby with us as well.
He's still around, I believe. He's still kicking.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, yeah, we're all old now.
Yeah, he's saying something. Well, I'm pretty sure this is the coach. I think he's saying that you need to sort of, if you can, make a bit of time to catch up with Steve. Something's happened in his life, and he may have turned to a little bit of the old. All right, and he kind of could do with a little bit of positive influence, and just a mate, like just have a mate to talk to, because I think he's like going through something. If you can find him or contact him, there's something to do with like alcohol or some sort of substance, and he wants to stop, but I don't think he knows how. You might be actually the difference to him stopping and not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I am going home next week, so I'll make a point of catching up with Stevie.
Can you let me know if that is, because this is really like, because all I got that waft of alcohol, and that he was the one that was drinking, because the coach made a point of talking about the vehicle and then talking about Steve or Stephen, and then when you were like, Steve, I can't remember his last name, and he goes, it starts with W, it looked like Wright or White or something like that. So and then he showed me the alcohol, and I was like, oh fuck, okay. And I feel like there's a heaviness behind it. There is a real heaviness. I kind of feel like there's some sort of relationship, family problem that could be going on. That might be a big factor.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because we haven't had contact for about
wow.
6 years now.
Yep.
6,
Yep.
7 years.
Yeah, I'll probably say, it's around about that 6-year mark from what I'm
Yeah.
being known. And you, after the conversations that you're going to have with Steve, there's going to be a fire in your belly. Fire in your belly. Not a literal fire, like not indigestion fire. You're going to actually you're going to develop this, like, I'm actually kind of good at this. I'm not too bad. Because you're going to get a positive reinforcement. You're going to get some sort of like, you know what? I really appreciate what you did, brother. You fucking, you came through at the right time. You just happened to be there at the right time.
Yeah.
So I'm getting something to do with mates at work, mates at work, mates at work. Mates at work. What the fuck is that? I know that. I know this. Mates at work. Oh my god, this is a program. It's an employee assistance type of program for guys who are going through hardship and depression and like just difficulties, and they have no one to talk to. You could actually do this in conjunction with, stepping outside of the truck, because you've been through the hard yards and you've done all of that stuff. You have so much more knowledge than just the roads and the tracks and the fucking mental health.
Right.
Driving a truck for a week away from home or 2 weeks away from home or even a few days, it plays on your fucking head.
Yeah.
I think this is another avenue that you should really look at as well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just to ask. I just had something else come to me. Do you, are you a grandparent yet?
No. And I've told my kids if they make me a grandparent before I'm 50, I'm going to hurt one of them.
Well, if someone's getting hurt, then I reckon, mate. Someone's getting hurt.
Oh,
I don't know.
God.
I just think you're going to have a little granddaughter. I don't know why that's come to me. I definitely see the granddaughter running around you, mate. So good luck with that and congratulations.
Oh, yay. There's only one. There's only one person that we're worried about doing that.
Okay. Well, I'll leave that with you, and you'll have to keep us posted, obviously, Trevor, if you do hear anything in regards to little tippy-tappy feet. You never know. But I definitely, I've got a little granddaughter running around you, mate. So I don't know. There you go. Take that with you. But I hope you can run
Male's
fast.
wearing makeup.
Hey?
Did you say Male's wearing makeup, Ramsey?
No. I said I'm picking up on a male that's wearing a rat's tail or a plait, like a little thin plait.
Oh, don't put that in my head, Ramsey. Don't you?
Do you know who it is?
My daughter's ex-boyfriend. They only split up. What did we work out today? Me and my partner were talking about this today. They only split up in late January, and between late January and now,
Back and forth.
because we moved house in February. She did a test back then, but it was negative. But between then and now, she has gained a lot of weight. And I actually said to Nate today, I said, do another test, because if she's pregnant, she'd be about 4 months now. If I find out that comes back positive, Ramsey, me and you're going to have words. We're going to have words, because that means I'll be a grandparent before I'm 40, and I will cry.
Well, we're going to hold some space for you anyway, Trev,
will hold
and
the space
do
for you,
come
bro.
back and tell us. Do come back and tell us, because we would
Oh,
really love to know. Not just about that, though, but
yeah.
all the other stuff as well with Stevie and stuff like that. We'd really love to hear some of the feedback, bro, to see what was right. But
Yeah, I will.
yeah, I
I'll
think we better
definitely
do
make a
Tanya
point of
now,
catching
boy.
up with you.
I will definitely be posting this particular snippet for sure. Okay, like they're all going to get done within the next few days. I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot of moving to do. I have to fucking move pretty much an entire house to Sydney on Monday, but I will make some time to transition over to YouTube. But that's about it. That's all I've got for you, man. I'm actually being told we're done with this one.
Get back on the road.
Yeah, you can get back
go
on the
do
road.
some work.
Go do some stuff. Yeah. But I'll let you know
all
when
right.
it's done. And I'll send you a message when it's done. All right.
All right, thanks, James.
All good, dude. All good.
You just have a lovely night.
Take care. Drive safe.
Take care, Trevor.
Will do.
Lovely to have met you. Take care, sir.
Thanks, Sean.
All right,
Take
mate.
care,
I'll
buddy.
drop you
All the
down.
best.
See
God
you,
bless
buddy.
to you. Stay safe.
Thanks, buddy. Wait, will do.
He's a fucking awesome dude.
Beautiful read, Rams. Beautiful read, man. Don't know where you're pulling that shit from. Look, I got the auntie with a broken wrist. I'll take that, mate. I'll take auntie and broken wrist, mate. I'll take that all fucking day long.
I saw
Stevie Wright. Where'd you pull that fucker from? Stevie Wright, you shithead.
I don't know.
Oh, Stevie Wright, yeah, me fucking mate down the road from 6 years ago, yeah. Fucking hell.
I don't know. As I say, if
Oh.
I'm not